In terms of the accountability for the society, because we have when it was first set up, because it's registered under Registrar of Society, ROS, part of the requirement is to have a constitution. So the society is governed under the constitution. So how we run the society berpaksikan kepada the constitution lah of the society. So whatever practices will be depending on that. And then in addition to that, because we also have a group of EXCO members, so the structure is such a way that we've got EXCO members who are elected, and then we have staff who are under the EXCO members who oversee the activities of the staff and of the society. So all activities are reportable to the EXCO members. We need to be aware of what sort of activities. If there are any issues, then we can solve it together. So we have that sort of how we communicate currently. You know, we have WhatsApp group, and so anything we just update each other. So that's to maintain the transparency. So communication through this platform. So as and when there are issues, then we discuss it at EXCO level and we resolve it. Then we would mention it to the staff, this is how it's to be done, blah, blah, blah. So that's in terms of that. In addition to that, because as I mentioned earlier, we've got two different big funding bodies for MAF and MAC. We are also accountable to our funders. So they have monitoring and evaluation team under MAC and MAF. So the M&E team will always require us to send monthly report of our activities and our financial report, how much is spent for that month and all. And we also are given KPI because they're giving us the money. We have a KPI, say how many clients need to be outreach for this group, for this group, for this group, and how many activities have to be done for this year, blah, blah, blah. So we regularly send them monthly reports for that, whether the KPI has been achieved or not. So that kind of like addresses the accountability of our activities for the society for both teams. And in addition to that, for financial accountability, we actually then submit our accounts for to an external professional accounting firm to get our account audited and certified. That part for us is very important. Previously, we did not do that. It was done internally, but we figured, you know, as the society grew bigger, we needed the help of professionals to do that. So that's why I mean, we're not making much money, but because the money that comes in from our funders for the specific project is a quite huge sum. Also, in terms of accountability, like our check would have to be signed by two signatories, two of the four signatories. It's just to also make sure that, you know, the money is spent after being is agreeable upon by the EXCO members. So that's how we make sure that, you know, there's no swindling of money, you know, with society. Our services and our intentions are very clear. Usually, you know, we even advertise our services and what we can help them with if there needs be. Of course, rejection is very common. In addressing that, we would just be open, you know, just say, okay, it's fine if you reject us now, but we are still here for you in case you change your mind. in terms of that. But we also have encountered clients who felt that, you know, not sure why they felt that we could offer more than what we could give for those. For instance, like as I mentioned earlier, what are the services that we provide, like testing, pre-testing, or assist them in if they need other assistance. So well, let me just rephrase that. So our services that we offer will be very clear for the outreach group. Any additional services that they require is based on case-to-case basis. So if we cannot satisfy or meet their needs for certain requests, we would tell them upfront and say, we are sorry. We have also our limitations in terms of sometimes manpower, in terms of our funding as well. In terms of the programs, like harm reduction is very straightforward. Our accountability is to the funders. But at the same time, we also find a balance as well, because we see our clients or beneficiaries as what you refer to as in your question, as the community that we work closely with, that we need to protect. Times, and you know, we have such conflict, so we have to choose which one. So as and when such situation happens, we try to find a balance, and we pull the ethical card. So far, what we do have not sort of like stray away from our vision and mission. Of course, there are times, there are certain conflicts as well that really stretch ourselves in terms of whether it's ethical to do this or not, or sometimes it stretches our resources, because we actually didn't, this is not part of our deal, but we did it anyway, because again, it goes back to the intention of the society was set up, is to be non-judgmental to any community and the individuals. If you would like our support, or you know where to reach us if you're considering any of our services, like testing, you know, or you need a place to stay at our Teratak Kasih Tok Nan. If you're one of the PLHIV, this year we are. So in addition to that, like we do have donors, like bigger donors as well, especially for our run that was organized end of last year. For those, we try as best to sort of send a report as well, like, oh, these are the activities. Thank you for your donation. These are the activities that we have done, blah, 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 just to show them that, oh, actually, the money that you've donated has been put to good use. Yeah. But social media is where we are mostly seen. We use that platform the most. So there are many NGOs with different natures of work. You know, like SACS has a very specific niche in the communities that we work with. So sometimes the offer for funding pun macam tak fit what we do. So that's as much as I can say about the regulator. We, as an NGO, we cannot expect much from them in terms of financial support, apart from the work that we do that we agree to work together. But having said that though, Sarawak AIDS Concern Society has been working very closely with Jabatan Kesihatan Negeri Sarawak and Pejabat Kesihatan Bahagian Kuching. We do have a responsibility to be accountable in every single actions that we do, no matter where the money is coming from. I mean, the fact that of course financial accountability is very important, but we are accountable to the communities we serve. In our case, it would be the people living with HIV and the society as a whole, because we are trying to create awareness on HIV/AIDS, and we would like people to understand and protect themselves against, being transmitted with the disease.